Feature Friday.
The freshest.
What the This is a really cool one that I wanted to show Bali. I haven't seen this either myself, but this was actually recommended by one of you guys that wrote us a very lovely and well-written email, actually. His name is Han, I think that's how you would say his name. And he worked for the BBC last year doing a documentary of Kavali music with Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. And
How freaking cool!
he spent a lot of time there and stuff, and the documentary is on the BBC. It's like an audio version. So we'll leave the link to it. But he sort of gave me the idea for these videos because you guys have been sending us videos like this. And to see kind of the development of, because we know more probably of Rahat Fateh Ali Khan rather than Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. A couple of videos that show kind of the development of how Nusrat was teaching Rahat along the way.
Very cool.
Rahat was always involved since he was a child, as you see on some of these videos. And then it would be interesting to get sort of Bali's perspective of vocals, even though this isn't, our area of expertise at any point. It is quite interesting still to try and make sense of it and discover, Pakistani music deeper, He's a kid, bro. Like,
He's a child. He's a baby. 8 years old, maybe?
that's a sample right there.
That is crazy.
That is a sample right there.
Here's the thing. Every time we watch performances like this, I'm always blown away by the agility of these larynxes and how they work from 0 to 100 in literally seconds. It's ridiculous. Also, it's like an...
They're also, it's funny because it's like a coaching session live.
It's wild.
Jesus.
It's really putting in the pressure.
What the
Oh my god! I was just like, whoa! Okay, that's impressive. Okay.
So for male larynx to be able to do that, it's so crazy. Sat down as well.
There's something beautiful about Sufi music.
This is Kavali, I think.
Kavali, okay. There's something beautiful about this understanding of melody through the navigation of one monotonous note, because they're not really moving through notes musically speaking. You're getting is like a very monotone sequence of notes that is more rhythmic than anything else. The idea of having to navigate any type of vocal or melody based of one monotone sequence of sounds, it's quite interesting because it's all left for the imagination. It's all left for the imagination in terms of like it's the singer who will dictate what the journey will be. It's very difficult because you need a very clear journey.
I also don't know if in Sufi music or Kavali music, because Kavali is a form of Sufi music. So I guess if you say Sufi music, you are correct. I don't know if these sort of moments of kind of inspiration, of to a certain extent worship, are improvised, or if they are sort of similar to how it would be like in classical singing for many other parts of the world, not just India or Pakistan. It is predetermined.
I don't think so. Based on...
In Indian classical, it would be, right?
It is, but in
Sufi music, it's more like...
it's because it's worship led. I would lean towards the idea that it's more of a free flowing conversation, basically, rather than it being like a set path. It's a very organic.
It's a way to communicate with
the divine.
Ethereal.
It's something that connects us. Is the direct phone line.
It's also a community.
It is. It's something so communal, and I find that's such an organic way of making music. Also leading by example. We're not teaching the child these are the notes, memorize them, repeat them. No, we sing them, they
Yeah,
reproduce them.
this isn't the scales.
That's
This
right.
is worship. This is
So from that principle, I think it's all improvisation led,
right.
because it's depending on the environment and how it's.
Just on a 2-second Google search, so apologies if this is wrong. Kavali is a form of Sufi music that was popularized by Amir Khusro and disciple of the famous saint Nizamuddin Aulia. The main difference between the ghazal and Kavali is that ghazal can refer both to the poetry and the way it is sung or rendered, but Kavali refers to a way of rendering Sufi verses.
Right, okay. It's like, how do you deliver the verses itself?
Okay.
It's pretty awesome. Good, good.
It is the scales, though.
Yeah, but you are working in a more monotone sequence of notes. If you think about it, so you're sitting on a note for a while.
I love how the tabla sounds, bro. You see how that just...
It gives such a.
Got all the money.
Yeah.
One of the best aspects of when we saw it for the first time, we were like, "What the?" But it's a way of showing, like, because it gets given to
I
charity.
appreciate you.
Yeah, it gets given to charity, right, or to the sort of
Organization.
what would it be? Because it is Muslim, right? Essentially, all of it, right?
I think so. I think it's a Muslim Muslim country.
Country, right? So it would be a mosque.
Correct. I think.
Do you do this during Ramadan? Just to stay relevant, because it is Ramadan.
It is. It is. It is.
Because imagine if you have to sing, because like for example, we have friends from Pakistan, and they actually watch the channel and stuff, which is super cool. And they go on about their normal lives, even when they're fasting.
Yeah.
Imagine doing
The
this.
discipline, bro.
Look at how sweaty they are. Look at how hard this is.
Yes.
I would pass out.
I don't know.
Maybe they don't do this during Ramadan. They would be dangerous.
I don't know how it works, but yeah, I don't.
Because I know a lot of fighters don't like to fight during Ramadan months, because obviously the
It's
fast
too
is brutal.
exhausting, yeah.
Even though some do, man, they're mental individuals. Yeah. And this isn't the only time, by the way.
Well, no, I wouldn't presume so.
They used to do this very often.
Oh, how wonderful!
And the style really reminds me of how we learn music in South America and in Venezuela. Our styles of singing and stuff, they're not as complex as this, not even remotely. But that mentality of maybe you do go to church, or maybe you even be a part of a communal band, or in the neighborhood, the town.
The town's band.
And the way to learn is not behind closed doors through
by sitting
writing.
down
No, it is at church. It is
By
in the
doing it.
neighborhood. It is in the festivals.
Yeah, it's the cultural exchanges that happen between state and state. That's what I mean by the organic affair of having something so human that it comes so natural to a lot of people. I mean, not everybody is musically inclined, but those that naturally have it seem to naturally gravitate towards it. It's something so it's like an impulse. It's something that you can't stop. So when you see children that learn music, that learn to sing in these environments where it's done by replicating, by listening and emulating themselves, trying to find their own way of mimicking the sounds that are in their environments, is so fascinating, because it allows them to also grow in a way that it's unprecedented to academia. Like you can't teach that type of understanding on the spot. Like
Yeah.
you can't teach the understanding of
Adapt.
musical environment on an academy or on
Also,
a paper.
the biggest lesson of all to me is it teaches you how to deal with pressure. It teaches you how
Yes.
to deal with nerves. It teaches you
Yes.
how to deal with being in front of when the light spot is on you.
Correct.
I do have a question though. If you are from Pakistan, or perhaps you have heritage, or your family or friends, when you sort of say you grew up in a neighborhood, or yeah, like surrounded by other people, I guess, not in the wilderness, or maybe two countryside. I don't know. Do you always, when you sort of go to worship, pray, and stuff, do you also sing? And then maybe the young ones, they sort of get taught to sing maybe first because of religion, rather than or in school.
Okay, I see where you're coming
Because
from.
if you learn some of these worship songs, and you learn some of these verses, and you learn a bit of Sufi music when you're growing up, maybe you catch an interest there, and then it doesn't feel as foreign when you grow up. Because I doubt that Rahat was listening to bloody hip hop
Oh yeah, no,
first
definitely.
before listening to
I
classical.
think it's an environmental. When you hear and you see artists
I don't know.
this developed, obviously heritage in this particular performance they play a part. But
What a beautiful picture, right?
it is. It's fantastic. It's so soothing to watch, honestly. But I think it also comes from like the environment and like the child develops in, it depends a lot in like everything, like sports, music.
It might
art.
not be as sort of generalized as I'm thinking. It might just be sort of family to family basis,
Yeah, I
or
think
school
so.
to school. Love the voices too.
You see, he's trying to emulate the singing mannerisms.
I want to study sometimes this, because you know how they put accents in different places. That I will be so helpful for drumming and
It is.
percussion wise.
Actually, I think it's fabulous for anything, musically speaking. Understanding how they work with the tala, it's actually this is quite fascinating. You see this type of pressure, this leading by example situation that you're seeing here. That's what makes Rahat such a brilliant performance today. Wow. Ah, that's brilliant. Beautiful. Such complicated traveling of notes it's really difficult.
It also seems that a lot of these performances are mainly like in sort of theatres, from what we can sort of see. Sort of like how we saw Darbar Festival, right? It's kind of this type of environment, and it seems the similar demographic as well. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of like a cool set of videos you guys sent us.
It's interesting. It's fascinating, really.
I'm also, we're also sort of testing how long we can record and stuff like that to see if we can go, because we haven't done a Pakistani podcast in a while, Future Friday. So I would love to go back, and if it would be the first one that we do in 2023, that'll be amazing. So perhaps let us know what type of music you'd like us to check out, or other artists that we have missed from Pakistan. And apart from that, adios.
See you in the next one.